Today, I want to talk about another most sought after topic I get asked all the time, and that is how do we convince our parents? Especially today's teenagers, even during my time, it wasn't very dissimilar, but we always have conflict with what our parents think we should be doing and what we think we should be doing.
अब्बा नहीं मानेंगे।
Now, this is not uncommon. Almost 90% of people experience this situation. I was very fortunate, to be honest, to have very, very understanding parents. In fact, when I went through a lot of my school and college failures in exams and stuff, rather than scolding me, they used to feel upset and bad to themselves, which made it even more difficult for me because if your parents come and scold you, you can talk back, which is what most of us do, though it's not right. But when your parents don't scold you and they feel upset with themselves, you feel even more pressure to do the right thing. So for me, my biggest inspiration was to do well so that I can make my parents proud for always supporting me. Now, that doesn't mean that if they don't support your vision, your ideas, and your decisions, that they are bad people. Today's video, I'm going to share 5 tips that I have spoken to many parents about and learned speaking to them, and to many students and people who struggle with convincing their parents with their decisions. So let's get started. Number 1 is understanding them. Please remember that your parents come from a totally new generation. You have to understand how was their upbringing, how was their environment, what was their struggles, how were their parents, their friends, where did they study, what did they study. We got to understand this first to really understand where they're coming from. Today each one of us are extremely fortunate to be watching such videos, to be reading books about relationships, management, etc. So let us give them some slack. Let us consider that they come from a different school of thought, and it's important for us to understand. I have an uncle who, with very, very difficult situation, grew his life. And he did not have anything and went on to own 3 or 4 houses, have a luxurious life. But he never flaunted his luxury, and he always wanted his kids to only study a professional qualification, whilst my cousins were not interested. But from his perspective, he was paranoid. He was scared for the kids. And that's what most our parents worry about. They're worried that we will do something wrong, which will lead to failure in our life. They always want to see us happy, right? Think about it. So understanding them is very important. So the first point is about just write down their background, their education, their environment, and try to think through this. Moving on to the second point is sitting down and talking to them. Having a sit-down conversation is extremely important for you to explain what is that you're trying to do, what is that fundamental issue they have. If you don't have parents who you feel will listen to you when you sit down, try and pick one parent who you think is better, either the mom or the dad. If both of them are very difficult, try and use an influencer in the family. Maybe an aunt or an uncle or grandparents. So you can find somebody who will help you to give you the right support. And through them, you can talk to your parents. When you sit down and understand and explain what is that you're trying to do, it gets them to also start thinking. They will definitely say no for the start. Just be prepared for that. When you're trying to explain to them, don't talk to them in a raised voice. Don't show aggression. First of all, show the passion and the belief that you have in what you're trying to do. It could be a part-time job that you want to do, a side hustling you want to do. Maybe you're a college student, but you want to do something on social media, or you want to do something on digital marketing, or you want to take up a part-time job. Explain to them. Tell them how important it is for you. Tell them how it is important for your future. Make them feel what you feel. Think about it and talk to them from an emotional perspective, from the heart, not from your mind. At this point of time, it is not important to talk logic yet, but just sit down and make them understand where you're coming from, what your aspirations are and your goals are. The third point is You have to show them that you really want to do it, that you're serious about it. So when you're talking to them, you can't just talk about everything in the future tense, that I will make it happen, or I will get good marks in the exams, or I will have a good relationship. You have to show them that you're already doing it. If their concern is that you will give up on your exams and scores, just do at least the first semester really well. Show them that you're working very hard. Also, if you want to do the side hustling, you have to show them the hard work, which means you have to work longer hours. Reduce on your TV time, friends time, playing time, whatever is the other distractions you have been doing before, cut down on that. Show them how serious you're working on both the things. Then you can tell them, see, I'm doing it, not I will do it. When you say I will do it, it's not convincing enough for them. They don't trust you enough. But if you've already done it, then they will have a lot of trust that you are going to make it happen. I hope you got that. The fourth point is trying to find a middle ground. Let's say that they have not accepted it, which is what in most cases will happen. I know that. Then you have to try and figure out and discuss with them, can we find a way that we can find a middle ground? So let's say, for example, you say that you want to do the side hustling and they keep saying no. Then can you propose to them that you're going to try doing this for a period of 6 months or 12 months. And even after that, if it hasn't worked, then you say, I will listen to you. I will go back to doing what you want me to do. But please give me that time. That is finding a middle ground. So at least they feel they've had a win and you feel you've had a win. By finding a middle ground, you're also respecting their feelings. Please remember the most important thing for parents is they want to always feel that you are still under their control. And please give it to them. You don't lose anything by doing it. When you become a parent, you will also be the same. Today, I'm a parent. I feel the same as well, though I'm from a different generation. So let them feel that they've had a win. If there are 3 things you have to do and they say no to all the 3, give up on 1 or 2. At least take 1 and do it well. This is so important for your success, to make sure that you can convince them and make it happen. The last point is do your research really well. Whatever you're trying to do, research it. Whatever you're trying to do your homework. Show them the homework. Show them the statistics. Even make someone who is already successful in it speak to them. You can have mentors speak to your parents who are older than, maybe they are age group as well. They may be able to relate more to and a senior person is speaking. I myself have spoken to a lot of parents and convinced to let their children support them in what they want to do. This research and support and an external help will also help them make a decision. Remember, it's not easy for them to trust you first, but they may trust a seasoned, successful, experienced person. So these 5 points I hope will help you. But after all these 5 points, if they still are not convinced, I think you should take a call if you want to do it, to go ahead and do it. But if you do it, you are going to be antagonizing them, making them angry and upset. They may not even talk to you. So be prepared for this. Be prepared that you will take ownership for whatever decision you're taking. You can't later blame that they're not supporting you now because you didn't listen to them fully. So based on all this, take a call. I hope this video was helpful to convince your parents. Please share on the comments. I would like to hear after you've tried, did it work or not? And if you want to specially message me on a DM on your situation, send me a direct message on Instagram or LinkedIn and I will specifically on your case work on it and help you as well. Till I see you next time, stay fit, stay positive, keep chasing obscene success. Thank you.